you've been having some symptoms for the last 3 months, fevers, pain in your lower back, but things that you're not too concerned about. Imagine you go to your doctor, and to your surprise, he tells you that you have a diagnosis of a blood cancer. Your world is turned upside down. But what if you're not an English speaker? What if you come from a family that has a hard time understanding the next steps associated with your cancer treatment? What if you don't have support? That is what many of our patients here in San Diego and Imperial County are facing when they are diagnosed with a blood cancer.
One of my roles at the Leukemia Lymphoma Society is to connect patients, families, and caregivers to LLS as soon as possible after their diagnosis, so they can be made aware of the services available to them that are not being provided by their physician or the hospital where they're receiving treatment. There is a critical need for volunteers who represent underserved populations in San Diego. Volunteers who not only speak their language, but who also understand key cultural issues and can sensitively provide support. As a volunteer myself, I have seen firsthand the impact of peer support to patients and their families in making important medical decisions.
I'd like to tell you a story about Mia. Mia was 1 year old when she was diagnosed with ALL. Her parents are monolingual Spanish speakers. Imagine the difficulty in being able to communicate what was going to happen to Mia during her treatment. I'm happy to share that Mia is a survivor, but it continues to be extremely difficult for us to communicate and share opportunities with her parents and prepare them for what may come next in Mia's life as a result of her diagnosis. In San Diego and Imperial County, there are approximately 1,300 individuals that are diagnosed with a blood cancer each year. Hispanic children are diagnosed at a rate that is 16% higher than others. And in the Hispanic population, survival rates are much lower than others. A grant from the AllianceHealthcare Foundation would allow the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to reach into the Hispanic and other underserved populations and provide real support that is culturally sensitive and pays attention to what their particular needs are. In addition, this program would allow LLS to recruit more and more volunteers from these communities so that these programs can continue on a volunteer-led basis for years to come. Our whole goal is to ensure that families like Mia's have a positive and supportive outcome to a blood cancer diagnosis. Thank you very much for considering a grant to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.